Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Steve's Gone Crazy, and welcome back to Trick and Treat. I haven't been uploading in a while. I've just had some other things going on lately, but I figured I'd jump right back in and get right into the story again. So last time we left off, we picked up the cat, and it got really upset for some reason. So let's see where that takes us. Quickly I set my gaze upon her, furious, but soon something happens that makes me forget about my anger. Suddenly the cat was covered with a bright light, so much that it repels the unnatural darkness surrounding the forest, stealing my breath. Under the light, its figure gradually changes until it ceases to be a cat and becomes a human figure. Oh, okay. No longer is there a cat in front of me, but a girl with incredible beauty. I must really be going crazy. She has white hair and red eyes. I really couldn't tell. She seems about my age. In other circumstances, I would have asked her out without hesitation. Just thinking about it makes me laugh to myself in my mind. Even at the edge of madness, it seems some things about me will never change. She approaches slowly towards me, one step at a time with no fear. The girl then stares into my eyes with a slightly irritated face. Her lips are moving. She seems to be saying something, but I am unable to hear a sound. Are you trying to tell me something? I babbled, still confused with the face of disbelief, which surely made me look stupid. Nothing, said the girl with a very low voice. I do not understand what she is saying. What? I can't hear you well, I asked, still confused. Suddenly the girl pouts in a bad mood. What's wrong with you? Are you deaf? Finally I could hear her clearly, and just in time, because it seems her patience was about to end. Okay. Now I heard you, I said, annoyed. All of my astonishment from just a few seconds ago disappears when I see the arrogant attitude of the girl. At least now I don't think she will bite me, I hope. The girl then snorts with irritation. What an annoying guy I had to find, she said at the time she places a hand on her lips, making a pensive face. Wait, you shouldn't... Oh, my bad. Wrong button. There we go. Sorry. Wait, you shouldn't speak ill of someone you have right before you. I was quick to respond. For a moment I feel annoyed at the thought that I have to teach manners to this spirit, or whatever she is. A pity, so much beauty wasted on someone so arrogant. The girl let out a snort of annoyance after hearing me. I'm sorry, it's a bad habit that I can't quit, she answered without sounding very repentant, clearly a false apology. After talking, she diverts her gaze towards the surroundings as if she was bored. I see, I replied, annoyed. I just met her and I already feel like I don't like her. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I must not forget who this girl is. She was the cat that started it all. Anyway, at least could you tell me why you attacked me and my friends? I asked shortly after, acting more seriously. The greetings were over. It's time to get to the important stuff. And why did you bite me if I wasn't doing anything? Before I knew it, my lips move, asking another question. I cannot lie, I was angry. The girl that stares at my face. She blinks with curiosity before speaking. Does it hurt? The wound? She asked innocently. Yes. I was quick to respond with annoyance. I didn't need to say any more. Of course it hurts me, silly cat. She looks at me in silence for a few seconds until suddenly she approaches me without any shyness or fear. On second thought, how could a simple human such as me scare a cat that can turn into a person? Show me your wound. said the girl once she got... Oh, dang it, I accidentally clicked too fast there. Her presence makes me nervous. This girl seemed to not know what personal space is. As embarrassing as it sounds, I had never had a girl this close, if only it wasn't in the forest. I don't know why. I shouldn't trust her, but strangely, something tells me that she has no bad intentions. The girl is surrounded by a calm aura, something pure, unlike anything else in the forest. In the end, resigning myself with a sigh, I showed her my arm with the bite. Immediately, the girl sets her sight on my wound. "It will only take a moment," she said with complete confidence. Then she looks up into my eyes. Up? Whoops. "Could you close your eyes?" she asks as she blushes slightly. I am surprised to see that embarrassed face she has, even if just a little. Then I sigh, feeling something wasn't right, but there's nothing else I can do. "Okay," I said, doing as she asked. I didn't know what to expect. For a moment I thought she would get naked or something like that. But what kind of magic can work only when you have no clothes? I don't know, but my mind sure wanted to imagine that. Come on, Axel, keep your composure. Yeah, goddammit, Axel. Suddenly I feel something warm and wet touch my wound. Immediately I shudder. Wait, what are you doing? It's a stupid question. It's a stupid question because I know well what she was doing. She was licking my wound. You idiot, who said you could watch? I was quick to respond to the cat. With her cheeks red in embarrassment and her lips still close to my wound, she looked adorably troubled. Don't you see that I'm just trying to heal you? She then added in a bad mood. Sorry, I said, blushing. I thought you would do something more extraordinary. Ow, dang it, I keep clicking that. Now I'm not sure. Is she a girl who can transform into a cat, or a cat that can become a girl? Sorry to disappoint you not being extraordinary enough, murmured the girl at the same time she gives me an annoyed look, red eyes shining with disgust. It is then that I realize that the pain has disappeared. With curiosity, I look where my wound was, only to discover that there is now no trace of it. For a couple of seconds I stay silent, incredulous. It seems that your treatment worked, I finally said, grateful, still looking at the spot. But of course, I have experience healing myself, answered the girl, closing her eyes and inflating her chest to show her pride. I actually appreciate what she did, but I still wonder if she really had to lick it to cure me. I understand, but who are you? The girl makes a small snort with curiosity after hearing my question. Then she tilts her head and closes her eyes, making a thoughtful face. It seems I have not presented myself. She opens her eyes and gazes into mine. My name is Ashley. So that's her name. I expected something more extravagant. I did too. My name is Axel. By the way, have you ever been accused of witchcraft? Before I knew it, I asked that question. I guess it was rather rude of me, completely lacking in manners. But I must not forget for even a second that I am in this cursed forest. Ashley suddenly becomes silent. At plain sight, it was obvious she didn't take it well. She takes her time before responding. Yes, but that was a long time ago. Then she closes her eyes and exhales, emptying her lungs. She seemed to be recalling something painful. Just seeing her made me feel guilty. I'm sorry, it was not my intention to make you remember it, I said, slightly remorseful. No doubt to be accused of witchcraft must have been a horrible experience. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple of times. It's okay, it's not like I can blame your curiosity seeing where you are. Then she looks at me closely with curious eyes. By the way, how do you know about me? Perhaps you are a sorcerer who has lived during these past centuries, she asked, narrowing her eyes as if she was trying to see the inside of my mind. What kind of question is that? No, nothing like that, I answered at the moment. I'm just an ordinary person. I omitted boring, but she didn't need to know that. It's just that there are stories about witches in this forest. But as you can see, the stories are not very convincing, or else I wouldn't be here. I explained, trying to remove my doubt that Ashley may have. Again, she closes her eyes and nods. I understand. She pauses and looks me in the eyes. It's because of those stupid myths that stupid humans come to this forest, just like you. She then said, looking at me with rejection. Wait, what are you trying to say? We are to blame? I replied, feeling offended. Ashley suddenly looks at me, disgusted. Are you an idiot? Yes, if you hadn't come to my existence, would be nice and peaceful instead of this chaos that it is every year, she said, ending with a sigh of frustration. But you're the one who causes all this. I was quick to respond. I don't even bother to hide my anger. I can't believe what she says. How arrogant can she be? Ashley opens her eyes wide, surprised. Then she looks at me with annoyance in her red eyes. Do you not understand, stupid human? Definitely. I don't like this girl. I'm only trying to protect you. Her words take me by surprise. Huh? I exclaimed incredulously. I seem to like that word a lot, whoever wrote this. You attacked me and attacked my friends only to protect us? Yes, she simply replied. At the same time she nods, filled with pride and confidence. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I cannot believe how arrogant and self-centered this girl is. After everything she did to me and my friends, I can't stand her any longer. Wait! I had only taken a few steps when I heard her calling me. She sounds really worried. You don't understand. The real danger, you're in here. I stop in my tracks as soon as I hear her. Real danger? I whispered, feeling some doubts. Suddenly I shiver. It doesn't look like she's lying. Yes, I try to chase them away using illusions. Other times I hit them with my powers. And as a last resort I scare them directly, as it was in your case. Ashley confessed, blushing a little, as if she felt embarrassed of remembering. And why do you do that? I asked, confused. Something isn't right here. Ashley stares at me with her red eyes. If they continue with their curiosity, they will meet an evil entity that will take their lives. What you say doesn't sound very convincing, I immediately interrupted. The only evil entity here is you. Ashley shakes her head in denial. You are wrong. I am the good one. Then she said, looking into my eyes with a pure innocence in hers. Ah, haha. I could only laugh at that moment. It had to be a joke. After doing all that, you say you're good. Don't laugh. I'm only trying to protect you, replied Ashley, furious while waving her arms. She then crosses her arms and gives me an unpleased look. Do you expect me to believe that? I replied sarcastically. What she said made no sense, but somehow she seemed oddly convinced it was the truth. She was surely a bit wrong in the head. But it's true, you have to believe me. This time she sounds really worried about me, I actually feel a little sorry for her. Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. "If you want, hold my hand. I won't harm you," she suddenly says. I look carefully at her. She has a very arrogant face, as if it was a great honor to be able to touch her. "You won't do anything strange?" I ask, distrustful, but after seeing her again, I do think she was lying. Ashley nods, full of confidence. "I promise you." I stare at her for a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. "Okay, but why do you want me to hold your hand?" I ask at the same time I extend my hand. Ashley opens her eyes, surprised after hearing my question. Then she stares at me with annoyance. "Are you stupid? Obviously to guide you out of the forest," she said just as she takes my hand in one quick move. I then find myself being dragged by this strange girl. But this is the opposite way from where the melodious voice comes. I said, looking back for a second. I felt really curious about who she was. "You ignore that voice. It charms men to make them her victims." So it's a siren, eh? Think of it as a siren. Oh, okay. Ashley explained in bad mood, with her eyes always looking to the front. It seems she didn't get along well with whoever that person or entity was. "Wouldn't you be the one who collects souls of fools?" I ask without thinking. I seriously need more experience when dealing with a girl. If only I were more popular. Ashley stops suddenly. She then turns at me, showing me a furious face. "You idiot! I already said I'm the good one." For a moment, I thought she was going to hit me on the head. But fortunately, she stopped before doing so, or biting me again. Okay, I meekly responded as if I were a scolded child. "But if you eat me, I will make sure to give you the worst indigestion in your life." "You idiot, I don't eat humans," replied Ashley, ending with an arrogant snort. 3:11 a.m. Several minutes had passed since I started to walk hand in hand with Ashley. At the beginning I did not trust her at all, but the more time passed, the easier it was to believe her. I hadn't noticed before how comfortable her hand is, soft and pleasant to the touch. I blushed just thinking about it. Even if she is a witch, she's a girl too, right? Then I sigh. "Come on, Alex, composure. With every step, the curse of the forest seemed to weaken. The atmosphere was less oppressive every minute until finally I was able to forget about that unpleasant feeling. Before I noticed, the darkness had returned to normal, feeling only empty. The rotten smell also had disappeared without a trace. Now I could really say I was in a common and ordinary forest, even boring. But I could not be more grateful for that. Just a little more to get out, so let's keep moving. Then I set my sight on the back of Ashley, watching her walk in silence. She was completely focused on that simple thing. "If you're the witch from the legend, why are you helping me?" I suddenly asked, not thinking twice before it. I was really intrigued by that. Ashley stops and turns, looking at me with an angry face. "Idiot, do you really think that all witches are evil?" She was right. The general image of witches is not good, but it's not as if stereotypes were truthful. Then she closes her eyes, making an annoyed face. "It's true that I had supernatural powers, but I never used them to do harm." Ashley lowers her sight and pauses. Suddenly she looks sad. "My only sin was to be born in the time of the witch hunts. That's why I was condemned." That explains it well. I feel that I can trust she is good. But there is still one more question. And how did you end up becoming a cat? Ashley immediately blushes. She was so embarrassed that it was almost adorable. Almost. Well, before my execution there was a cat watching in the distance, so I decided to transfer my soul to it, she explained, avoiding looking into my eyes. Of course, we now share the body. We have like a deal. The cat will be happy as long as it has something to eat and a place to sleep. I try to provide her with all those needs. Alright. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today, but I thought I'd just jump back into this just to get back into the swing of things. So you can expect more videos soon. I haven't stopped recording in the time I've been gone, so I have a lot of footage to edit, so I will be uploading more soon. Anyways, as always, see you next time. Ooh!